Right, we are live. Tell a friend, tell a friend. All right, so we're here, we're live. Just a moment to settle in. Okay, thank you for your patience, everyone. We're live, so I'm about to record. 3, 2, 1. I just wanna be for you in my Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith, and we are back at it. Thank you. Last week, I had a lot of views last week. I think it was because I'm pretty sure it's because it was a very short episode and it was quick for everyone to listen. So hey, it's a-okay. I'm less enough and all that good stuff. So thank you. Also, it is episode 73. Wow. Wow. What are we going to do when it's 100? Dang. But I just want to say thank you for everyone because I'm so blessed. Last week has been a year since we went live on YouTube, and I just had to do. Oh, I had to do it again. Y'all are amazing. The amount of views, the amount of listens, I'm just very grateful for everyone that listens, shares, subscribes, and all that great stuff. So continue to share, like, subscribe, and listening, and all that great stuff. But I wanted to give an episode to teach y'all some stuff. And it's funny because I spoke to Andre earlier this week. Actually, I didn't speak to him. I did speak to him, but in his group chat, we were discussing about the stock split. I was like, what fun this. I really wanted to talk about this. So it was really a coincidence that we discussed about it in the group chat. And there are a lot of stocks that are going to be affordable. I'll say affordable for plain Janes like you and I, or plain Janes. What's the other one? Joes. So I just wanted to have you guys, or ladies and gentlemen, to know about these things so you keep your eyes out, because there's one I've been looking at and I was like, is this the time? Is this the chance? So I'm happy to share everything. I'm pretty sure you heard that Google's doing a stock split. Amazon's doing a stock split. And just recently, Tesla is doing another stock split. So when I heard that, I was like, yo, this is very, very interesting because I don't know if y'all see how much Amazon and Google are, or even Tesla, like they've skyrocketed. Like it's let's just say when I started paying attention to like certain stocks, I was paying attention to Amazon in like 2017. And I remember at 2017 when I just started the business and I did a workshop, Kurt was mentioning about Amazon and he said it was about 1700. And I was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna stay in my lane and I'm not even gonna worry about that, right? So then the pandemic happened. And just when we thought $1,700 was $1,700 US, just when I thought it was impossible to reach, by 2021, Amazon, I think I said, yeah, Amazon went to, it doubled. It went to 3,200. And I was like, oh, okay. There is no way I'm going to be able to even like touch this type of stock. And if anyone remembers, and Kurt always laughs at this, my stance on getting stocks was I'm not getting anything over $100. Unfortunately, the ones that are $100 are the ones that are doing well. So I'm trying to condition my mind to look more towards good quality stocks, whether they're $50 a share, $100 a share, or so on and so forth. And I guess that just means I'm gonna have to budget properly to actually be able to get these certain stocks. Or like I mentioned in the group, there's some stocks that I'm saying peace to because I really want to get, I'm not gonna lie, I really want to get Google. I think it only makes sense in the path that I'm looking at, or like the value that I find Google. I want to have it. Okay. And I want to mention how much Google is actually. So no, I'm not gonna put you out in there. So Google at the end of Thursday, because yesterday was, oh my gosh, happy Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. Or if you don't celebrate it, my bad. Or happy bun and cheese weekend. I mean, last Easter that happened was not very well, but I'm hoping and praying that this Easter is more easy breezy and not stressful. So yeah. Sorry, I totally forgot to say that. And also big up Black Moms Connection. I did another webinar, and it was different because normally I present the first week of Black Moms Connection, but because there was taxes and all that good stuff, one of my good friends had to switch with me, and we just had to, switch it up. It's all good. But sorry, I digress. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Okay, so Thursday, at the end of Thursday, Google is at $2,545.06. Okay. However, for us Canadian folks, that amount equivalence, and I hope I typed it in right. That amount is about 32. $3,210, right? I'm rounding up, or I'm rounding down, sorry. So if you were to get 2 of these at this very moment, it would be about $6,420, right? However, the thing about the stock split, and before I get into it, I'll really explain it. I'm gonna try to explain it as simple as possible. So I guess everyone's wondering, what's the big deal about a stock split? I will tell you. So with a stock split, Amazon says they are going to do a 20-to-1 stock split, right? So imagine this. Imagine this. I want you guys to take out your calculator. Actually, no, I want to give you a visual. So imagine you have a pie. Nope, pizza, because I like pizza. So imagine you have a whole pizza, and it's 32. No, I'll say that it's 25.45, right? And then a lot of people are like, yo, I can't afford this pizza. Like, what the heck? Cam, what can I do? Well, when there's a stock split, you can actually afford it, especially this pie. So now imagine the pie cutting into 20 pieces. And you're able to get one of those slices of pizzas, but whoever had the pizza before just has more slices of pizza, right? So say if I had Amazon or Google, I'm going to go with Google because that's the one I want. If I had Google beginning of this year, or as of right now, I would have 1 share for $25.45, right? But say when it's, I wrote it down, and I'm gonna mention it after. Let's say mid-June, I'm gonna say, or July. It's gonna split into 20. So that same stock, the same stock Google, it's going to be $127.25 for 1 share. However, because I had it at this very moment, I'm going to have 20 shares of it at $127.25. To me, that's a win-win situation, right? And mind you, I have to remember that it's going to be in Canadian. So each stock, when you convert it to Canadian, it's going to be $160. Mind you, remember, I said that I normally don't go for things that high, but because I believe in Google, and shout out to Google for YouTube, that's one of the reasons why I have no issue in having it, right? So just to and I hope that visual helps someone. So a whole pie for $25.45, but after July, you'll be able to have a slice for 127. Do it again. 127.25. Okay. So think of it this way. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a stay in my lane. At the moment, I cannot afford to get more than 2 shares of Google, right? I'm gonna stay in my lane. And I'm going to wait until it splits, and then I will get like 5 for, don't watch my pockets, y'all, and get 5 for like 127. However, I did set my Yahoo Finance alert to saying if it goes lower than 24, I think 24.45, I might grab it. there's a high possibility I will make things work, so I can at least have one. And I know someone's gonna be like, yo, Kamille, I thought you never get one share. I don't normally get one share because I personally don't see the point. However, if it's going to split into 20, am I really losing? No. Right? So that is my logic into having it like that. Trying to think. Amazon. So Amazon is Amazon at this very moment is $3,034.13 at the end of Thursday, right? So say I wanted to get that, and that's doing a stock split. It's going to be each share is going to be $152.15. So, if you guys only knew how low, let me not boost how low. So 2020, when all hell broke loose, it went as low, March 16th, it was 1846, right? And then it went as high as, I think, by the end of the year, I remember because I was shocked. By the end of the year, it was 2372. Fine. So it didn't really double, but it went up high. It's gone up, basically, right? It's gone up. And the thing about these, and then there's Tesla. Tesla, I'm really surprised about because in August 2020, they had a 5-to-1 stock split, right? I made sure I wrote these things down so you guys can, I won't forget. With the Tesla, it was at, what was it at? It was at 1374 at the time, right? So 1374, I could be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's okay. So it's at 1374, right? So divide that by 5, it went down to 274.88, right? Or 80. And as you can see, that skyrocketed, right? So Tesla went up, really. It went up to hold on, I'm trying to see. So when it did their stock split in August, it was about 290, jumped up to 800, went up to 1200, and then it's now back at 985. So imagine it doing another stock split. It's gonna skyrocket again. And I believe so this is the reason why stock splits are really beneficial, right? But I'm also going to explain to you another thing that happens with stocks, which I hate. And I can only say I hate it because of the experience I've had. It hasn't done anything good for me. So maybe it's done well for others. Kudos to you. But when I see a reverse stock split, so and I'm going to just explain it. So a reverse stock split is a measure taken by companies to reduce the number of outstanding shares in the market, and they consolidate it into fewer. So what's a way to think about it? So say you have 1,000 shares, right? You have 1,000 shares, if you do. And then all of a sudden the company says they're going to do a reverse stock split, 1-for-10, right? So instead of having, and I got to make sure I get my numbers right, and this is the number I'm already thinking. So instead of you having 1,000 shares for, let's say, $10, So you have 1,000 shares for $10. Divide that by 10, and you will have 100 shares, right? So it's gonna lower down to 100 shares, but the value of the stock is going to be 100. The reason I can't explain why they do this, but I think the reason why they do a reverse stock split is so people that are a shareholder, they're wondering why the stock price is so low. So instead of the company kind of does the reverse stock split to be able to make the company more appealing for the shareholders. Or for shareholders that are about to come in, they're like, oh, $10, I don't want that. But then they decide to get it because of the stock split. However, I find as a person with it's a disadvantage, right? And it's also a signal in a company in distress because it raises the value of otherwise low price shares. And then compared to a stock split is you're helping others become more, you're helping people that aren't able to have the share because it's so high, lower it so they're able to get a piece of the pie. And that's why I find a stock split more beneficial to a company, and it shows like growth. And I find when a company does that, you can see that their fundamentals are strong and they might last a little bit longer. And Amazon and Google, the proof is in the pudding. I don't know about Tesla. I've seen it grow, and it has grown throughout the years, but my money's on Google, or my money's on Amazon, if anything. And and I want to show a visual. I wonder if I can do it. So I'm gonna share my screen. Oh, let me open this thing first. So anyone that's watching will see a diagram, because I like to, I'm a visual learner. And I think if you see that, you'll understand as well. Oh no. Okay, so if you see my screen, you'll see that a stock split increases the number of shares, reduces value of shares immediately, makes the stock more accessible, improves investors' sentimental, and increases liquidity. Because if anyone noticed what happened in 2020 when Tesla definitely got more valuable, and I want to say Apple, when they did their stock split, they became more valuable as well. And you've known that Apple has done stock splits throughout the years. I think, what's another company that has done one is Coca-Cola has done it. So there's no reason why you shouldn't get any stocks that say stock split. Now it's the reverse stock split that you have to be worried about. So it decreases the number of shares, increases value of shares immediately, avoids delisting from stock exchange, C, worsens investor sentimental, and decreases share value over the long term. So this is why I don't really like reverse stock split. Oh. All right, so now that we see that, now I want to say the dates that these are coming out, right? And I did write them down. So Amazon, if you were to have it on May 27th this year, June, wait, let me say it word for word. I don't want anyone to say, Kamille, you said this. Okay, word to word. Each shareholder at the close of business on May 27, 2022 will have 19 additional shares per every one share held as of as of such date reflected in their accounts on or about June 3rd, 2022. Trading is expected to begin on a split adjusted basis on June 6th. This is for Amazon. So anyone that wants Amazon, depending on the amount of money you have, get it before, or if I've noticed that either way you're winning, whether you get it before or whether you get it after. It's not rocket science, like rocket. Not rocket science, sorry. Either way, you're winning, right? So Google says that July 15th, that July 15th shareholders will receive 19 additional shares for everyone that they own on the record of July 1st. So I am deciding whether I'm going to get it before or after. Would I love to have 20 shares of Google? Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? I'm not sure about when Tesla's is happening, because they just did theirs like legit like August 2020. So I mean, if you want to get it, get it. However, the last time Amazon had a first split was in 1999. So let me put this in perspective with y'all, okay? Why should you think about these things? Because 1999, right? Let me know if I should show you guys visuals of these, because I can do it since I know how to share the screen and things. But okay, so I'm maxing it 1999. I'm not sure what month, but let's say July 1st, 1999. Amazon was at $50. $50 and now it's at $3,000. So this is why I say it's very important to keep things long-term and stop. Okay, let me rephrase that. If you want to start off investing instead of trading, because long-term, the marathon and all that stuff, you'll see results. I can honestly say I've seen results when I've done something long-term. When it comes to trading and you're having FOMO and all that stuff and selling it today or in 3 months or so, you're not gonna really see results, right? And I am guilty of having that that adrenaline feeling and just like, I want to get it done now. I want that rush of trading and stuff. That's what I was getting, but me humble myself real quick. I humble myself real quick. Okay, so that's why I'm saying $50 July 1st, 1999 to now. Imagine that. And it depends. When's the last time you bought something on Amazon? I know I did, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all have too. So that's why I'm saying, just think of long term and think of good quality companies that you think you believe in. And that's why I said in the group. So one of the things that I have a dilemma in is whether, if I was to get it before the stock split, I'm selling some of my ish. I'm selling some of my things because there are things in my portfolio, my TFSA especially, that it's run its course, right? It's run its course. It is what it is. Big up HEO, piss water. That's an inside joke. But also, I'm debating whether I should keep Air Canada, and I'm debating whether I want, there's a couple of shares that I have in my portfolio that I might just get rid of so I can have enough space to get Google. And I want Google in my TFSA because I don't want to pay tax. I don't want to pay tax. So that is one of my strategies. Actually, for folks that have Wealthsimple, or if they have Interactive Broker, you can get fractional shares. So that is an option. So if you can't get one share of Google or Amazon or Tesla, because, you know, it's kind of pricey right now, you can get a fractional share, and don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure you will be able to get the same quantity as well, right? I will do some research and double check if that's correct. So example, say Amazon is $3,000, right? You have only $1,000, but you're with Wealthsimple or you're with Interactive Brokers. They do fractional shares, so you can get a part of that. So you'll get like a third of the share right now, but you'll have about 6 shares when it converts. I hope I did the math right. I feel like I did before. 6 to 7, right? So that's an option that you that ladies and gentlemen can do, because shit, $3,000 is a lot. So it's 25. And imagine this, I'm like butthurt over 2,500 USD, right? But if we're talking about Amazon, wow, it's 38.27 Canadian. I'm sorry, I already know which one I'm going for. I'm going for Google. I'm gonna stay in my lane. I would get it in Interactive Broker, but I want to keep Google for a long time, and I don't want to pay taxes on capital gains. So that's my theory of why I don't want it in my Interactive. And I feel like it's a long-term goal for me. And so if you're wondering, oh, which one should I get? You gotta check why you want to get the stock. Do you believe in Amazon? Do you believe in Google? Do you believe in Tesla? Actually, I'm sorry, I'm so rude. I fully wrote down another one and I didn't even take it into consideration. BlackRock Inc. is also having a stock split. I don't know what the stock split is going to be. That's why I haven't really mentioned it. But it's gone up. And actually, whenever there's a company that mentions a stock split, especially if it's a good quality one, they always, the stock goes up. I remember when they mentioned, because Google was first. Google was at like 27 something. And then they talked about it and it jumped up to $3,000. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I've seen it, creeping down just a little bit, and I have no issue grabbing that at a lower number, right? So that's an idea, folks. What else? Sorry, I'm trying to multitask as well, so a lot more people can come on, like on Facebook and all that good stuff. So you know what a stock split is, right? You know what a reverse stock split is. You know why it's beneficial to have a stock split, and you know why it's beneficial, or you know why the reasons why there's a stock split or a reverse stock split, and you know whether you should buy it before or after, right? I'll give you an example. I'll give you 2 examples. Just give me a second. I'm trying to multitask. When it came to Tesla, I remember what they announced it. They announced it. I feel like they announced it June, or maybe I'm gonna say May or June 2020. They announced that Tesla was gonna be a stock split, right? So see this. I think it was 1,200 at the time. Okay. I'm looking, I just have to look just to confirm. So take this in. March 2020, March 16th, Tesla was at, let me get the date time, 85.51, right? The thing skyrocketed. I think the thing went up legit, it went up 400%. And I was kind of upset that I didn't acknowledge it. And I remember that it was, and if I think correctly, 85, yeah, it was at 425. Okay, I remember. So I'm going to remember based on how much the value was at the time. So Tesla was at 425, maybe a little around 300, right? That bitch went up to 1,200. I remember by the time it's the stock split, like it says here, it was at 1374, right? So imagine, because of the hype, it went up drastically, right? However, when it just did the stock split, let's say August, it went up to 274, right? Oh no, Tesla like, it did dip a little. So it did do a little dip, right? And then it just went off. It just went off, right? And I just feel like if they're doing another stock split, obviously they're trying to push more people to get in. That guy, he is very wise. And then we have Apple. I remember Apple. That one was at 420, right? And that one had a 1 to 4 split. Sorry, 1 to 4 split, right? So that also was at $57. So when you, okay, so I have to give you a disclaimer. When you look back at any of these, the historical charts of it, it's gonna show you as if it was splitted years ago. But if you know that it was at 400 and something, right? So if this is at 57, it was at 228 in March 16th, 2020. I know for a fact that August, when it split, it was around 420. Okay. So this thing jumped up like 50% from that time, because the best time was to get stuff in March 2020, right? So imagine that. So it went up 100, but I know Amazon, like, it went down a little bit and then it started going back up. Yeah, it was having some tough times and then it went up. So I would say get it. There's no wrong answer whether you get it now or whether you get it after. It's all about your affordability and if are you able to get on this deal. Because I'll tell you this, and y'all can mark this, okay? It is April 16th. Amazon is at $3,000. The way to see how much it is, and watch, 6 months from now, we're gonna see how much it is, and I'll times it by 20 whenever the time is, just to see where it would have been at if it didn't do the stock split. And I mean, it could be up, it could be down. We don't know how the market's gonna go, right? But I think in the long term, it's gonna do very well, right? So, I mean, you have options. You either wait until after the stock split. You can wait. You can do it now and get the stocks before the stock split. If you, depending on which platform you have, and you can get fractional shares, get it. Get it. You're not gonna lose. Yes, you're not gonna have a full share, but by the end of the day, you will have a full share, right? And I wish they are growth stocks. Like all the three that I've mentioned for sure, they're all growth stocks. They don't have any dividends. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't see any dividends on Tesla. I don't see any dividends on Amazon. Let me just confirm. Yeah, they don't have dividends, and Google doesn't have dividends either. So these are considered growth stocks. Yes, with my TFSA, I would love to have only dividend stocks, but if this turns out like AMD, even though AMD's acting a little funny these days, if it goes on like AMD, then I'm winning. If it goes on like POU and they get dividends, I'm laughing regardless. So what more can I say? If anyone has questions, so I want everyone to ask me questions. Like, by all means, ask away. Are you planning to get Google or Amazon, Tesla, or any of the ones that you can think of? This is not me telling you to get it, by the way. This is for educational purposes only. I just want to teach y'all what stock splits mean and all that stuff. And I couldn't help to have the title as this, split in the, because I was thinking of a song. If you know the song, I want someone. You cannot privately message me on my phone. You have to either put it on the chat in YouTube, or you have to reply on Anchor, Spotify, or something, because I can see if people write, and I want reviews too. So whoever knows the song I'm thinking of will get a gift card, hands down. I know I said there is prizes before, and I actually did the prizes privately, but whoever can guess the song that I'm thinking about when I did this title is going to get a gift card, hands down. But now I tell you how much. It could be a gas card, because you see how the gas gone up? So you have to put it in YouTube or Instagram, or on Anchor, Spotify, Apple. I think Apple has a comment section. So yeah. I just want to have fun with y'all, okay? This doesn't have to be boring. It could be fun. So until next time, folks, I think it is time to enjoy bun and cheese. What? Until next time, folks. All right? Bless up, bless up. Flip, flaps, money, literacy box. Flip, flaps, money, literacy box. Flip, flaps, money, literacy box. Flip, flaps. Anyway, you talk. Flaps, money, literacy box. Witnessing all the because you're working on your heart. Flaps, money, literacy box. Yeah, I'm talking on it. Flaps, money, literacy box. Witnessing all the because you're working on your heart. Flaps, money, literacy box. Yo,